Microphone check 1 2. We're just getting started. There are people just logging in, so just give them a second. How's everybody doing? Alrighty, I've been able to see the chat. Just give it a second. A few more people should log in, but shall I say, I'm very, very proud of you guys. I want to talk about the trade from today and then review a few more trades, but give me a second here. We'll give it a couple more minutes and we'll go live. Just posting the link again. Not sure if everyone's seen it. All right. Let's group. Bam. Okay. So I guess we will get started. Can you hear me? Type of one if you hear me. You say you hardly hear me? Hardly? Or is it a little bit better? A little better now? All right, good, good, excellent, excellent. So, first off, I want to congratulate everybody in the group, okay? Congratulations. You guys really are now at the point where I wanted you to get to in the group, where you're actually working together and are actually alert and are able to activate when price gets to our significant levels, right? Drop dollar signs if you feel that progress, right? I know you guys are not used to seeing this environment, and I was kind of sick of the sentiment and the feeling the other groups. That's why I left the other groups. I just couldn't take it. All these ranking ups and welcoming people that come on board that happen to level up, that's fine. There's nothing against it. But what about the traders, right? So we definitely are bringing something to the true trading community for those that really want to focus on their trading and focus on the skill instead of the skrill, right? So it was wonderful. So let's talk about this grade the trade. I'm going to be doing trade review a lot, but grade the trade extends very, very far because it goes beyond just grading the trade. I actually take the time to, if the trade is no good, I give you a good trade. Okay? I actually go through and will tell you where the good trade is at. All right? We also go through and look at levels and why these levels are significant and why we're taking these particular trades. So things are going to start initially when you're new with the trades that I give you. Okay? The trades that I give you, some of them are going to be levels that are not hit yet. And if we set a alert instead of a limit order, we don't have to worry about having too much margin out there or too much exposure to risk. Give me a one if you follow me there. But I know some of you have been kind of confused. The name of the actual group, okay, is Alert Traders for a reason. Because not only do we use alerts, but we remain alert. Okay? So now let's go to SPX 500. And if anybody can send me those parameters, I'd appreciate it. So we had, here was the trade. Okay. Now, I will say this. For those of you trading CFDs, you're rewarded a lot. But keep in mind, it's still a little bit dangerous territory because on the trade, did we move a full 1-to-1 yet? Did we move a full 1-to-1? No, we haven't moved a full 1-to-1, right? So if you think about the stop size, right? That full 1-to-1 ratio was just under 1-to-1, where it went just under, right? Almost. Is that close enough to move our stop to break even? Yeah, you bet your bottom dollar it is. It really is, okay? Right? When it's that damn close, don't be sitting around waiting for it to come back and steal your money, okay? Very, very important we understand that. Give me a 7 if you follow me, right? Where's 1-to-1? Let's move it to actual 1-to-1. 1-to-1's right there. Look how close that is. Imagine that it came all the way down and kept coming down and then been in the red zone. You'd be down on the trade when the trade should have been moved to break even. So what does break even mean? That means I have to take my stop loss. Let's say this is our hypothetical stop loss. Okay? Say your stop loss is there. Once price action is moved 1-to-1, you've got to move the stop loss to break even. Okay? Everybody follow that? Give me a Y if you follow that. Very simple technique, but that's it. That's all a trailing stop should be used for. You should not use a trailing stop for anything else. Okay? It's to automatically move your stop loss to break even without having to do it manually. For those that trade on the phone, you have to do it manually. So if you took that trade this morning, you got the signal from Jesse, great signal when he told you guys to move the trade to break even, okay? It was also a great trade. Now, how did we materialize this trade? Jesse sent the trade to be graded yesterday. And when he sent the trade to be graded, I gave him the parameters, told him his entry was on point, gave him a little bit of adjustment for the stop loss and the take profits. From there, the trade got the Wall Street seal of approval. He set the alert. It wasn't even him that was notified. It was you guys that notified him that the trade was in the level. You guys assessed it, determined it was good, and took the trade. Great job, okay? But just keep in mind that the reason why I haven't been sending a bunch of trades out is because we haven't been getting the movement that we need as far as price hitting our target and actually moving to our entry, right? Let's talk about another trade that we graded in the chat, gave it a seal of approval, but we didn't really want to take it because we knew that Euro was going to be gone for the day due to European bank holiday. I think it was Miles's trade. Miles, are you here? So let's take a look at this one. Give me 1 second. So if we look at this, looks to almost be correlated to the S&P a bit, but they're not quite correlated. So the trade was here, okay? Now if we go 2-to-1, about right there, okay? That's 2-to-1, all right? Now, we got filled on the trade. Did it move 1-to-1 in our favor? It's 22.8, so let's say about 23 pips. Did that trade move 1-to-1 in our favor? Yes or no? If the stop loss was 23 pips and it moved 25 pips, yes, it moved 1-to-1 in our favor. Because 1-to-1 is where? Hold on. Right there, okay? Give me a 1 if you follow me. That's 1-to-1. So as soon as you got filled here and price moved up there, your stop loss should be what? Move from here to there. So let's play this out. Let's say you got filled in the trade, right? Price action comes. You see it moving close, right? The alert triggers, okay? Let me back up a second because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Can I walk you through this trade, right? Give me a 7 if you don't mind if I walk you through this trade. Can I do a play-by-play? Okay? I want to make sure that you guys can kind of get this, see this, right? So, you found the trade. You like the trade. You set the alert on the trade. Okay? And you set it just before the level. All right? Boom. Now, all of a sudden, what happens? Price action moves along, and it takes a while, doesn't it? But it triggers the alert. How long did it take for it to trigger the alert? You identify the level on August 5th at 21 GMT. It triggered the alert on August 14th at 13 GMT. How long did that take? How long did that take? That took some days, didn't it? It took some days, right? What would you be better off doing knowing that it took damn near more than a week, knowing it damn near took a week? You're better off setting the alert than setting just the pending order, right? Give me a 1 if you follow me. Especially in a market like this when it's choppy. You got your pending orders sitting out there for a long time. And if you have too many pending orders, you can't take any other trades. So it took us almost a week to trigger. Boom, the alert triggers. I'm now looking at it, I see it, and I like it because I see that my target has to be there, right? And I have really not much in my way as far as the target's concerned. I do have a little bit down there, but let's say we could take it. It's okay to take it, right? So you place the trade. You already got your stop loss where I placed it. I'm going to place your hypothetical entry, okay? You got your entry. Now, your order's placed, okay? You're then going to take the alert and move it to just before your stop loss, okay? I'm going to move it to just before my stop loss, all right? I do that to make sure that once I'm in the trade, if price action keeps going down through the red zone, okay, I'm able to, if I want to wait for the turn, I can cancel the trade. For those of you that are just going to place the order, let's move this back up. For those of you that are just going to place the limit order, there's no need to move the alert down to before the stop because you're already in. Okay, give me a 7 if you follow me. For those that are waiting for the turn, you could just go in, okay, and keep the alert there, all right, and then come back waiting for the candlesticks to close. And then when you place the order, you then move the alert to below, giving you the opportunity for if price action fails to turn and continues to go down, you can cancel the trade. For those that took the buy limit order, you would place the buy limit now. Once that alert triggers and you still got your profit margin, you're going to place the alert, you're going to place the trade now. Give me a Y if you follow me there, okay? If I see the trade here and I like it and I place an alert on it, okay? Once price action keeps moving along and then triggers the alert, which is here, okay? I am now going to place that trade, okay? I'm going to place the order. Now, boom, you get filled. You see here? Right there, you got filled. Then what happens? Okay, now where's 1-to-1? We got to identify where 1-to-1 is. 1-to-1 is 23 pips away. Okay? Hold on, that's not a good example there. Let me do it again. So 23 pips is all you need for 1-to-1. Okay? So that means I'm going to take a line and drop it here. Okay? And we'll make this line blue. That's our break-even point. Okay? Give me a 1 if you follow me. Everybody follow me there. You're in the trade now if you saw the level and you placed a buy limit because it came down and filled you in. Once price moves up to go to the blue line, it is moved 1-to-1 in your favor, and your stop loss needs to be moved to break even. Are we there? Yes. We're there right there. So at that point, your stop loss is moved to there. And I no longer need the alert. Okay? But you could also, what could you do once you're filled before the levels hit here? Can I set an alert there? Right? Can't I add an alert at the level where my break-even point is? Drop money signs if you feel that was good game and a light bulb just went off for you. Oh my God. Right? Can't I take my alert once I'm filled and move it to my break-even point so that I'm notified when I move 1-to-1 so I can move my stop to break even? I'm already notified now. I can come back in and sure enough, up, I need to move it to break even, right? So you move it from here to there. Now, what happens if the trade doesn't work like it did here? Do you lose any money? Do you lose any money? No, sir, you don't. I'm telling you, for those that aren't subscribed to the mastermind yet, you really, really should be, right? This is like ITT, Technical Institute of Technology, right? But we're technical traders, right? Right? Institute of Technical Traders. I mean, really, really giving you the breakdown sauce, right? I mean, when I say I'm teaching you how to fish, I'm really, really teaching you how to fish. I can't even preach it enough. So I record these sessions. Okay? Does that make sense though? So do we understand now? All right, I want you to give me a 7 if you understand how important trade management is. It's not just entering the trade, it's trade management. Trade management is almost just as important, if not more important, than entering the trade. Okay? So let's move on. I want to do a trade review. Okay? I talked about this being trade review. I want you all to send me your trades. Now, for those that are subscribed, it's been a little light this week in trades, mainly because the market's been quiet, but we've been substituting by sending out the Wall Street graded trades that have been given the seal of approval. And those of you that have been learning and adapting to setting the alerts instead of setting the pending limit orders, it's been paying off. I mean, exponentially, okay? But you have to move expeditiously when them alerts hit and make the decisions on the fly. So I'm gonna move to my indicator. And while I'm looking over the market and just assessing different opportunities and where we should be focusing our attention, feel free to take your graded trades and post them here, all right? If you have a trade that you would like me to grade or a trade that you would like me to review, feel free to go ahead and post it in here, because this is the one opportunity that for those that aren't even subscribed to go in and get access, all right, for that one time, for that hour during the day, where you get access to me, a master trader, a pro, and I go through your trades and tell you if it's it or you should just quit, right? I'll tell you if that's it or that ain't it, right? If you should just quit, don't even go ahead and take that trade, right? So, pound Swiss happens to be moving the most right now, so it demands our attention. What should our bias be on pound Swiss? Especially from a shorter term perspective. Just by looking at it, what should our bias be, right? Buy, right? We should be bullish. Okay. And in this session, I'm also going to be going over Ringgold RSI, showing you guys how to use it. Okay. Now, from a professional standpoint, me looking at this chart, especially since I use a bottom up, I don't see anything that I like. I don't see anything that I would want to trade. Okay. Even though it's bullish, I don't see anything that I like. Because technically, the only thing I could really probably trade is maybe this, but it's too much time in this area. You can go a little lower, but there's really not much to trade below it. Okay. You had this little move down there. I mean, it's okay. Let's take a look on the hourly. I don't just give up, because if I find something that I can trade on the hourly, then we may be able to take a look at it. So you do have a trade on the hourly. Okay. Let's move this up a bit. So what's our ratio? Is our ratio good enough on this? Let's move it up a bit just to make it at least a 2-to-1. Okay, boom. So there goes our 2-to-1, and looks good, right? Looks pretty solid. I also like the fact that this current trend on this current time frame is in line with my trade, but we got to go up to the higher time frame. So I'm going to start with my daily preferably. What's the daily doing right now? It's bearish, but we have a opportunity where price could end up rallying on upwards to the moving average and filling the gap in between the 8 and the 21. All right. It may also bounce right dead middle off the 13 if you see where the 13 period moving average is. But nonetheless, we expect to see this thing either consolidate like it did here or pull back a bit. All right. If it does come down to fill us in, the one thing that we would like to see is at least a close above the 8 period moving average. But the trend is down, but we do have a bullish momentum for today on that particular candle. Wait, I'm sorry. Wrong chart. What's the trend looking like on the 4-hour? I know for some of you, you guys would say down, some would say up, but sideways. Because we officially have a higher low, higher high. We need 2 more for it to change into an uptrend. But we do have a bullish location and a floor right there. So you do have an opportunity where you could go long in that particular area right there. All right. So take note of that. What are your entries and your exits? They're all right here. Entry is 17798. Stop loss is 1.17551. The target is 1.18291. All right. Give me a 1 if you follow me and we're all good. That is 1 trade. Good for now. All right. Obviously, with the market being kind of quiet, you could set an alert on it instead of just setting the trade. Set the alert just before so that as soon as price breaks, let's say below this wick, you're notified. All right. Type of 1 if you guys can see the chart. A Y if you can see the chart. A Y. All right. Jesse, if you can, because I know you're advanced and you're on top of this, and I know you're probably taking the notes. If you could take notes on the trades that I'm calling out during this session, that way, you know, we could at least type them in the Alert Traders chat. All right, and go back and then give you guys an opportunity to take the trades. Because keep in mind, when you follow me, not only do I give you trades on the live session, and not only do I give you trades in the Alert Traders chat, right? I said that backwards. Not only do I give you the SMS signals, right? And trades in the Alert Traders chat, but I give you live trades. The SMS signals are going to be the highest odd trades, okay? The best trades that have the most success for working, all right? Now, for live trades, I'm not saying they're not good, They're good trades. They just may not be good right now. You guys see the difference in the sense of urgency in that? Give me a 7 if you follow me. Right? Take profit on it, Antoine, is a 1.18291. Okay? So when I give the trades here, they're more so trades that probably require you to set an alert on them instead of just, hopping into them now versus, the SMS signals. When I call them SMS signals out, those ones are a little higher odds, all right? Michelle, I will have to double check and see in the system. The last trade I sent out was oil yesterday. It was mainly because of the oil news. Do I send SMS signals in the alert traders chat as well? I do, Christopher. I send the signals from the SMS in the alert traders chat as well. But if it's sent in the alert traders chat, you know the significance of it. And just keep in mind, I don't want to abuse that. I don't want to have everybody running to over leverage on those trades and running to take, those trades because maybe they, feel that, it's a high odds trade because they got it in the text versus on the alert in the alert traders chat. But I do send the SMS trades in the alert traders chat too. All right. So because some of my traders are international and right now they're not able to get access to the signals through their SMS, so it allows them to get access. All right. Can we move on? We good? Everybody good on this trade? Okay. It's good money. Now, I want to test your guys' knowledge. Okay. What's the next step? If you're an alert trader and you go where the action is and you go where the movement is and you want to move to the beat of the market's drum, what's my next step to go look for another opportunity? Do I just randomly go do what I want to do, or I choose what I like or what I'm used to looking at, right? Or what do I go to? There you go, Trevon. There you go. We go to the momentum indicator, right? Because it tells us where the action is. And we know it has the highest chance of moving to get to our entry quicker. Or at least if we're already at that level, it has the highest chance of moving out of our zone and move to our target, our desired target. Now, every time we go back to RSI, we hit submit. Okay? I also want to go here and pull up the futures indicator to make sure we're not missing anything there. To make sure that we're on point with the futures market. So where should we be focusing on today? And we kind of missed that. It was nat gas. Okay, remember we talked about natural gas? What was big about nat gas today? $7:30 news release. Now remember we talked about the trade and some hypotheticals, right? And we actually set an alert, didn't we? Where do we set an alert? Up here, right? On natural gas. It got close to our level, didn't it? But it didn't quite hit the level. Notice I said with news trades, we want to make sure we're outside of the range, because if we would have been any closer than that range I gave you, for all my subscribers that are aware, if we would have been any closer than that range I gave you, what would have happened to our trade? It would have went straight through, right? Blew it up. But let's talk about the level. Look at that level. It didn't quite make it all the way up there, right? And it's not on my entry. But I would have been notified, right? As soon as it hit here, for me to go in and take advantage of the trade. I don't miss anything. Okay? But why was nat gas the biggest mover? Because of the 7:30 news release. Exactly, Horace. And I mean, great job. So we're getting to understand where the movement is, and we're staying alert. Okay? And we know where to go in and look for the opportunities. Okay? Let's go back here. What else is moving? We had crude oil moving a little bit. So for those that want to take an opportunity on crude oil, there it is. And that's a bona fide 3-to-1. If you want to be a little more conservative, you could have your first target there. Okay? Philip, busy at work. We see you, my guy. Yeah, yeah. Most definitely. Philip, he's always grinding while he's at work, but he ain't never gonna miss the gyms. We'll say that much. All right, let's move it all the way across. So that's a pretty good trade on oil. We look at the daily. Ooh, woo! Is that money if I've ever seen it? We talked about a boulevard, didn't we? Well, if I draw my boulevard correctly, can I draw a boulevard for y'all? Because I don't think I've ever drawn a boulevard. I'm not going to explain exactly what it is since this is a free call. I'm not even going to go in and show you exactly how to do it on this free call, but I will draw that boulevard. Right? Let's draw that good old fib block. So I got my buying area, right? There's institutional order flow. And I have the selling area where it's institutional order flow. And I'll mark that off. Now, I'll take my Fibonacci tool if I can find it. And we're going to start here all the way down, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and do my little thing. Give me a second, guys. Let me see here. Give me 1 second there. There we go. Hold on. Should make it clear. All right. There we go. I don't know why this is, I guess, not showing, but you guys can see here the location that we are, right? Current price is kind of in the middle of our boulevard, but the areas where you want to be long are down here and in here. Where's our current trade at? Knowing that our current trade is right here, where is our current trade? Is it on the south side or the north side? It's on the south side, right? It's on the south side, right? This is south, and that's up north, right? We're on the south side. And where do you think you should want to be if you want to be going long and you expect it to go up? You want to be on the south side, right? You want to be at the bottom, right? So you can kind of catch it as it moves to the top, right? So with that being said, I like the location I'm at on my daily. And if I look at the trend on the 4-hour, the overall trend on the 4-hour is up because we have not broken below the pivot here. These pivots, this is still one overall pivot. And you got a bottoming tail, bullish engulfing. Price could very much well make its way back up and end up rallying. But if it comes back down in here, it's a pretty good spot to buy at, all right? That's a pretty good trade on oil for you. Any questions before we move on? No? All right. Good, 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 good. Well, trade parameters on oil. Let's go over them one more time. No, I didn't. Put it in again, Gucci. That's about 3-to-1 right there, but it needs more room. Okay. If you were to take it where you were just like honest with yourself, I would do a 2-to-1 straight up. Okay. I'm gonna draw the parameters so you guys can see them. Got red there. Let's go green here. Voila. Break even point. How many pips is this? 37. So you say right about 40 because you want to make your stop 40. All right? Roughly. Now, your break-even point is about right there. So there goes the parameters of the trade. Okay? Move this all the way across. Look to the right of the screen. Hold on. Come on, baby. One more, one more. Every time I try to do it, it just stops it. Okay, look here, guys. Look to the right of the screen. Your entry is 53.28. Stop loss 32.92. Break even point 53.68. Take profit 54.08. If you want a second take profit, the second take profit would be at 54.80. Okay? Did you get the parameters? Give me a 1 if you got those parameters and we will move on. Drop fire flames if you're appreciating the trade review. Drop the fire flames also if you're appreciating, you guys are getting this value from this and you know you're able to utilize this. I really do hope that it helps. I'm going to be doing this a lot more in the mastermind sessions, but I just wanted to kind of do it for today during the open session because the market's kind of quiet and I want those that aren't subscribed yet to be able to get access. All right, you ready, Lou? Your entry is 53.28. Your stop loss is 52.92. Break even point is 53.68. First target, if you're going to use multiple targets, will be 54.08 or just the initial target. If you're going to do 2 targets, the second target will be 54.80. That's just right where we see him. Hugo's Way is not a big enough broker to be on here. That's another thing for you. Gucci brings up a very good point. If you go to Trader's View and Trader's View is using their Forex charts from a particular broker, that should tell you a lot about that broker and how solid that broker is and how big that broker is and how reputable that broker is and how much weight they carry in this industry. You can't use your broker, Big Gucci, because your broker is not going to be here. They're not going to give you the data feeds for Hugo's Way because they're too small. They're not a bigger broker. Okay? So let's go through this trade from a it playing out perspective. Can I give you the hypothetical and the play-by-play? All right. Let's say price comes down, and it happens to Hold on one second. I gotta drop that bad boy right here. Okay. Now, remember, what do we got to do on it when we find it? We set the alert. And we want to set the alert just before a significant area. Let's say just before here or below here, because if price breaks through that pivot, it's a significant thing for me and I want to be notified. So I add my price alert. Okay. TradingView is one of the best because you can do it on the computer and it will convert to your phone. So use this until my app becomes available. Now, all of a sudden price is moving along and you get this. The alert has what? Triggered, right? The alert is officially triggered. Now, you have a choice. Hold on. Shoot, I've been trying to make this damn thing. I'm like such a perfectionist, I want to make it a little smaller. There we go. So now you got a choice, okay? You can look at the alert and take the trade immediately now, or you can wait for it to come inside and turn. Now I'm going to talk about those that are going to place that limit order, okay? All right. Now, for those that are placing the limit order, let's say that you placed it now because your green line, your red line reflects that, all right? So the green line and the red line are your entries, all right? Let's say as soon as the alert triggers, you see it and you see that you still have profit margin, right? Notice I have nothing in my way inside the green area as far as a ask avenue or resistance. Give me a 1 if you follow that. Right? Nothing in my way, right? This is still, it's clear skies ahead. So I say I want to take this trade. So I am going to identify where my break-even point will be. I think it was like 40 pips, right? Yeah, it was like it's about 40 pips. Yeah. Boom. So let's say that's the break-even point. All right, now I'm going to place my trade. Now, let's say price comes down and it fills you in, right? Hold on there. Boom, you're in the trade now, right? Now, all of a sudden, you get this. Okay? Boom. She triggers and hits your break-even point. Okay? Now, how would you know if you weren't there and you were staring at it? Well, let me back up a step. I skipped a step. Hold on. Once you are filled, you move your alert. Shoot. I moved the wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to move it right here. So once you are filled in the trade, you're going to move your alert to where the break-even point would be, which I believe is about right there, okay? You're in the trade, you move your alert to the break-even point. Now, all of a sudden, the next candle comes in, and it works out for you because you get this, okay? It's moved more than 1-to-1, just a little over 1-to-1 in your favor. At that point, you move your stop loss to break even, just above there, okay? It's now a risk-free trade, and you're just waiting for the money. You were patient. All of a sudden, hold on. Shoot. I don't even need that one. Your patience rewarded you because all of a sudden, what happened? Bam, you hit your target. It's that simple, right? Give me a 7 if you follow that there. Okay? It is that simple. Okay? For the trader that went in and took the limit order, you have the benefit of getting in when price action. Phil said, look, I need to set that up. I cannot miss that, right? He said, shoot. So you want to set it up so that, you make sure you got that good, clear profit margin, and then you could just place the trade. The only disadvantage is this. This is your only disadvantage to that limit order. That. If price continues to keep going, you end up being stopped out. So, for those that wait for the turn, you would have invalidated it. Okay? Or you sit and let's say we got this. Hold on there. And that's a fat candle too. That's a big fat candle. We don't even need that candle that fat. Or that fat, for that matter. Bam! Yes, Ryan, totally. Because I can still take a limit order if I use the alert. I don't have to opt for the buy stop order and wait for it to turn. I can still take the limit order. The alert allows me to go in and take the trade, all right, or not take the trade after assessing it when it gets there. Because the only thing that matters is price being at that significant level at the time you want to get in. Anything else is just tying up margin that you could be using on another opportunity, all right? So I don't know if I have any admins in the chat right now, but Deja or Elijah, if you guys are available, go ahead and drop the link for them to subscribe. I know that I had dropped it a little earlier. Let me go ahead and drop it myself because I don't know if they're here. All right. So if you have not subscribed, you definitely want to make sure. And yes, future admins, we definitely are looking for those that help and are helping. Jesse's grown a long way, and he's came a long way. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, and those that are helping, are seeing the fruits of their labor, paying off, because one of the biggest things you can do is just find yourself getting this through osmosis, you guys. You know what I mean? So, no, Jesse is an admin in the major group. So he's already an admin, actually. So he's grown to be an admin in the major group, in the Pip Talk group. There's only like a couple admins in the Alert Traders group, but he's definitely grown and done his thing. I believe we're coming to an end of the competition. All right. So you definitely want to make sure that you guys get the people into the Pip Talk chat. You also want to make sure that you get them subscribed, because you get a little more credit for when they subscribe. And make sure you're active in the Pip Talk chat for those that are already subscribed and in the Alert Traders chat. Okay. You want to be inside the Pip Talk chat and just kind of letting them know your experience in the Alert Traders chat. Okay. Eventually, we're going to move to my platform where it's kind of like a Facebook, Twitter environment, and it's very interactive. And I'm going to be giving seals of approval and ranks and levels so that you guys can follow people's trades. So these ranks will be based on trade success, or you getting a certain amount of seal of approval on your trades, and as soon as you reach a certain level, you rank up. Or it could be just simply based on profit 250 or profit 500 or profit 1,000, which are these ranks that we're going to be coming out with in the coming months, where you guys will be able to rank up based on you withdrawing money, right? And you'll be able to have people come follow you based on your trades, right? And imagine you getting paid based on people, actually following your trades in the near future. I'm trying to create a community where, you know, we're all successful. We can diversify our opportunities, and we're all able to trade together. And we have multiple eyes looking at multiple opportunities. So it's going to be very nice and very interactive. This is the true community. I'm trying to make this kind of like a hybrid, you know, IML in terms of what IML has done. I love what Chris Terry's created within an environment by making it accessible to millennials and creating basic teaching. But the problem is a lot of you guys are hitting a wall, okay? A lot of you guys are hitting a wall. So what my school is, all right, it's really there for you guys to just, you know, help you take it to the next level, right? And advance yourself and be able to call out your own trades and do things on your own. And it's at your own pace. So coming next month, there will be videos available to those that are subscribed in the mastermind. You'll have actual videos that are uploaded in the back office, and you can watch them at your pace. There'll be these videos, but also video course content so that you can go through the course at your speed, okay? And then there's also a lot of different courses like my crypto course. I'm gonna have some futures courses, okay? I also have Get Money courses where it just shows you how to go in and leverage up and get access to capital when you are successful so that you can be put in a position like Cinnamon is and like Jesse is, where Cinnamon, I am so proud of her because we gotta take our hats off to her because Cinnamon is in the Top Step Trader program and she is past step 1 and on her way to passing step 2. And she's done this all with my guidance and my signals. My mentorship is legit, okay? Every single day and every time I hop on this mic, you see I'm giving you guys some serious gems to take you further in this marathon. So you take this knowledge and these resources and you use them and you are going to see significant change in a positive direction in a very short time. Jesse's been with me for a total of 3 months, but 2 months he's been working with me very closely. Initially, the first month it was confusing because we were inside other groups together, but he migrated over to my channel and started focusing on me, my signals, and my strategies and my technique, and he's starting to master them. And he is seeing great results because he's being consistent, he's being disciplined, and he's waiting for his trades to come to him. I haven't been passing out a bunch of trades in the SMS signals this week, but the one thing I've seen is a lot of growth from you guys, although we still have had ample trading opportunities. But the trade means nothing until it comes to us. Otherwise, we're chasing. So I really, really hope you guys appreciate everything in here. You said you haven't been in for a full month and you've learned so much. I know, Gucci, your progress has been, I mean, it's been amazing. You know, and a lot of you guys don't even realize as Moors, right? As Asiatics, as minorities, right? You have that mind. It's a lot of us blacks and browns, okay, that have built this country. And then you also have the Asian culture. The Asian culture, they do a lot too. Tots is coming in and he's picking this stuff up very, very fast. The Europeans have been trading this market and thriving, right? But this generation is a melting pot. We have all different walks of life coming in, and because of things like Uber, Airbnb, and the like, we have all these different people from different walks of life all coming together. And as we come together, we start to see that we're really not that different. We all just try to get the bag, right? With as least resistance as possible. You guys being here is putting you on the right track to being successful, and it's truly addressing the reason you signed up for IML. If you signed up for IML outside of any other reason besides learning how to trade or at least gaining knowledge on the market to better help and serve your customers, then man, you should probably look in the mirror because your ethics should be in question. And I will say that again. If you signed up to IML for anything outside of going in and trying to learn the craft and better hone yourself as a trader and your skills, or at least learn this market so that you can have more knowledge on the products and have knowledge on the industry to help your customers and to be able to there to guide your downline, then man, you probably should look in the mirror because there's some serious ethics issues at question here, right? So what I'm providing you guys is that next level, that because a lot of you have been sitting back trying to figure out why you're hitting a glass ceiling. Come trade with me, a 17-year professional, and let's break through that glass ceiling together. I've been trained to not only teach people, but I've also been trained in linguistics and communication and public speaking. And I'm pretty sure you can see it from your time with me. Give me a 7 if you agree with me on that. So it's a lot of stuff that goes in to making sure that I'm able to teach you and be your coach and be your professor. It's not just me blasting out a bunch of trades and then flip-flopping and then blaming you when it didn't go right. It's on point, consistent teaching that begets consistent results. So with that being said, you already know who it is. Give you that hour of power, that real talk, that pip talk, that good old talk you love. It's Mr. Wall Street, as always, the one and only, world renowned. Until next time, and that next time is 7 p.m. sharp. If you ain't mastermind, you should get your mind, right? Because you probably done lost it if you ain't tapped in after getting all this sauce. With that being said, peace.